I'm reading this because this is so brand new. I've already had it for a day or so. Hi, I'm Luke Juby. I'm a Yamaha artist. I'm here today for the launch of the MODX M series. So I've got the M8 in front of me and the M7 and the M6 behind. So obviously 88 notes or piano action, and then the Synth 76 and 61 note versions. They're exactly the same, just for the keybeds. What I'm going to hopefully do today is just a really quick video, just to bash out some of the new features, some of the improvements of the MODX M over the Plus and the MODX before it. So first things first. Biggest improvement is there's a new sound engine here. So now we're up to 3. We've still got the AWM2, which is your classic Yamaha, sort of like pianos and anything you can record in real life, so flutes, strings, brass, guitars. So that's your sample section as such. And then what you have is the FMX engine, which is your frequency modulation. These are the classic 80s pianos, Tina Turner's harmonica, all the classic 80s 90s TV shows with the bass guitars that were actually keyboards and all that sort of stuff, and big synth sounds as well. But for the first time in the MODX series, now we've got the ANX as well, and with ANX what we've got is a virtual analog synth, and this gives you the big lush, like classic sort of 70s 80s synthesizers, big leads, you know, all that sort of stuff. And this is up to 12 polyphony, and I know 12 polyphony when you're used to 128 in both the other ones doesn't sound like a lot, but some of the best synths in the world ever, like the CS80 was only 8 notes. Some of the best keyboards I got at home was like 5. So 12 is pretty impressive. 3 oscillators, 2 filters out of a choice of 10, and you've got all these great things like unison, if you know what that is, where you can have more notes down on each note you press down, adding width and warmth, and you can age sounds and have voltage drift, all the stuff that makes classic analog synths sound like they do. So that's in here as well. So that is, you know, gives you hopefully access to all the most important sounds that a keyboard player, synth player might want. So again, new keybeds across the whole series. So they've all been improved. It's a bit tighter, a bit more solid feeling, more buttons as well. So what we've got across the whole thing, we've got, for example, we've got more faders, we've got more knobs, we've got dedicated portamento. I think we've got more parts as well to choose from. And also some stuff has come from this as well, which is great, where I can do shift, like on the Montage M, if you've had the chance to play one of those. And it's really quick navigation through the screen, which is new for the MODX series. The MODX M has a second screen up here. Sorry, the Montage M has a second screen up here. What's great about this one is even though there isn't that screen, when I bring up something like attack, I can actually, it jumps into this screen here, and we have almost a screen on a screen, which gives us access. And then if I do actually want to get on this, I can actually jump to that page and get right into the depths of the editing pages in here as well. Seamless switching has improved as well. When you're playing one sort of preset with lots of strings and pianos and things, and you want to switch to the next sound, old keyboards used to die dead, and this one can obviously go from one into the other very seamlessly without like any sort of break. And this is now up to 6 parts, which is an improvement over the 4-part one before. So we've got double the amount of RAM in here for the presets, and there's also an improvement on the user RAM, and we have Midi 2.0. So we've gone since 1981, 1984, whenever Midi came out. We've always been on Midi 1.0, which is crazy. But Midi 2.0, so it'll be through the USB, going from 16 channels, and that's now 128. When you often like put in like foot pedal data, or say you're changing your filters, you go from 0 to 127, which we all know, we all got used to. But what now it's got in here is like a high resolution for all this stuff. So rather than being up to 127, there's now 1024 options, so 0 to 1023. So hopefully it'll just give smoother transitions and smoother volume controls. I mean, you have to have pretty good ears to hear it, but it's going to be pretty cool, I think. Right, so I did mention before how similar it is in some regards to the Montage M, the sort of like the big daddy of Yamaha's range. It's completely compatible with the Montage M. So if you want to save something in your Montage M, load it into here, all the sounds come in. And indeed, if you want to go back and load in your MODX sounds, or even your motif sounds, it will come in and you can still load it. So the Montage M is a bit of a special thing where you've got the aftertouch, and in the M8X as well, you've got the Poly aftertouch. Although this hasn't got aftertouch on the keybed, the engine can still do it. So if you do have a controller that has aftertouch, you can still access those sounds. And the Montage M has a ribbon, and although you can't access the ribbon because you don't have one, you could have a third-party ribbon if you wanted. But there's also on the screen the option of a ribbon. We've got the sound card, and that's also doubled as well, so from 44.1 up to 96. Also, like the Montage M, this is going to come with a soft version for your computer called the ESP. So what that can do is you don't actually have to have the keyboard with you. So say you've got your Cubase, you can bring it in as a soft synth and you can edit the sounds, you can create new sounds, you could do a gig on a MIDI controller elsewhere in the world. And so that's going to be really handy. That comes out in January next year, I think. 2 synths for the price of 1 pretty much. So yes, MODX M series from Yamaha, it's out today. So come and check it out.